another episode of Everybody Hates Black Men. I am your host, Edward Anderson. Hopefully, y'all having a good night, a good Saturday night. Yeah, this is gonna be a cooking session. You already know it's real when I actually take the time to title the video. We're talking David Goggins. That's what we're talking about. This is a guy. I'm just gonna be. I know who he is. I have watched some of his stuff, but I'm not gonna go and say that I'm like. I don't want to say I'm not a fan. I'm definitely a fan of like what he does, what he's about, and all of that. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, and his kind of no nonsense, way of communication. But I'm not gonna act like I've looked at all his stuff and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna act like that. So we're gonna keep it all the way real. By the way, shout out to the Dumper Podcast for going through the Sadia Khan video. Um, I'm gonna lump that in here too. You know, yeah, it's gonna cut out for a second. Let y'all get in. All right, we do that prep work. Anyway, y'all coming in here. I actually got to upload. I actually got 2 uploads I need to do. One, I'm almost done with, where I'm talking. We're doing another episode of Tether Talk, So that's gonna be fun. I'm trying to see if I want to add some AI imaging into that or not. But dude is talking like he's talking so reckless. I don't even take what he's saying seriously, to be completely, honest with you, because he is talking reckless. But that's coming. What's up, y'all? You saying it's buffering? Yeah, it's buffering because I cut it out. Y'all should press 1 if y'all can hear me clearly. Press 1 if y'all can hear me clearly before I start going in. And shout out to Chizza Zed as well. Press 1 if y'all okay. Yeah. All right. Great, Jet Black. All right, and make sure y'all check out Jet Black as well, man. He's definitely somebody that y'all should be checking out as well. He is pretty much our Muslim subject matter expert in this space, So make sure you check his stuff out. So for those of y'all that don't know, basically David Goggins is a motivational speaker. David Goggins has an incredible story. He's a runner. I mean, he's run like stuff I literally cannot imagine running, man. Was overweight, had a lot of problems, and he's kind of like, I like him more than a hip hop preacher. Hip hop preacher's all that, but he be simping sometimes. And he's a very no nonsense, buck the fuck up, person, but he backs up everything he's saying, and he don't really kiss female ass either. He's equal opportunity when it comes to that stuff. And pretty much it's a lot of people, quote unquote, getting exposed. Sadia Khan got exposed. Myron, quote unquote, got exposed. And I'll get into that in a second. But David Goggins is so-called got exposed for being a deadbeat father. Now, you know what, I want to cover it, not only just because it's him, but you know what I've said about the Ant-Man plan. You know what I've said about if you're gonna call me a slave, I'd rather not be a slave than let somebody control me. And if people gonna call me a deadbeat dad, so be it. You've heard me talk about how men have basically ceded the moral high ground to women, and how men, they trip over themselves to prove that they're good men to women that are really not moral. Most women today are not moral people. And they have no right to really unless you're physically harming them, they have no right to pretty much try to act like women are good and men are bad. They really don't. And I've always pushed back against that because I consider that mind control, and a voluntarily mind control. And this is a perfect, I really should have got in front of StreamYard and played Chizza Zed's video, but I'm gonna leave that. I'm not going to be able to communicate it properly. Chizzy he has a 2-part series. One he did a couple of days ago, one he just did. And I just got done watching it, where David Goggins is talking himself. So you're gonna wanna, after you hear me, go look at those videos. And normally, I say that anyway, but I'm saying that particularly now, especially the second one, because this is where David Goggins is saying it out of his own mouth. Basically, somebody was filming with his cell phone his situation. Like, a person asked him a question, and he went on to basically say the whole thing, and actually Chizzy went and looked up the receipts for the proof of it, because he invited people to, like, the court cases and stuff that absolutely showcases everything he says is true. And I'm going to summarize it, but you kind of need to hear it from him. So make sure you check out, shout out to Chizzy being at 4,000. And by the way, Chizzy is not FBA, I don't believe. He may be like half, I'm not sure. But my point in saying that is that I support folks that act like they got some goddamn sense. So this idea that we just be excluding non-FBA people just because it's bullshit. It's not true. But anyway, because that's a whole nother thing. Like I said, I got a video that I'm gonna communicate that. But basically, you had dudes as well as females, mainly women, and then men, they're pandering up there, talking about, so David Goggins is and I'm talking particularly on TikTok, David Goggins is a deadbeat father, because some motherfuckers just got done beating up on Scarface Mark, which a lot of y'all are hoe ass motherfuckers for that, including Benny, lead of extraordinary husband ass nigga. And Benny didn't say nothing. He's smart enough to not say nothing. I don't know if he said anything about Goggins yet, but what he did, but you got a lot of folks that, they create their own content on TikTok, right? And they get behind, dudes like Benny and stuff like that. Or they get behind a lot of these purple pill motherfuckers, like what they do on TikTok. And, they basically, they're like minions. They're not, most of them aren't free thinkers. They follow in behind these motherfuckers. And I don't have a problem with any of them, but a lot of these niggas, I can't stand a self-righteous nigga. I really can't. Especially a self-righteous nigga that think they know what they talking about when they don't. And so these are the guys that really kind of jumped off the clip and jumped out front. Bitch ass niggas probably deleting their videos. And they essentially started really shitting on David Goggins without doing any. So John didn't do this. I don't think Benny did this, but a lot of small ones that was beating up on Mark. And they were, and you had a whole bunch of women, but it was like in the comment section, and women, making videos too. And this is the problem with TikTok. Y'all so busy being first, y'all don't, because of TikTok's algorithm, a lot of times y'all put y'all foot in your fucking mouth, because y'all always want to be first rather than actually being accurate. Y'all value being first versus being accurate, and that opens itself up to put your foot in your fucking mouth and look like an idiot, especially some of y'all small timers. And anyway, so everybody was beating up David Goggins for about like a week now, then maybe about 5 days, saying he's a deadbeat father, he's exposed. I knew he wasn't all like, people saying the fake shit they about, like what they really feel, because now they feel like they're justified. And then somebody asked him, and David Goggins answered it. He told the whole story, and he proved it's not about what he said. He proved everything. Brought his mom was in the thing, brought his his friend, and it proved everything. And then Chizzy even in the video, and I remember this, he went 2 years back in like some of the podcasts he was going, when David Goggins was asked, like, what would you, because I remember this, what would you like being a father? Like, what have you ever thought about what it would be like being a father? And there was a white dude asked him, and then he talked about him having a daughter, and the dude was shocked because he didn't know he had a daughter in 2022. So this isn't something he's ever hidden, but he doesn't talk about his daughter because he didn't believe in talking about his daughter. And this is kind of basically, this is a 50 Cent situation where 50 Cent paid all his child support. That's never an issue. He may have paid for extra stuff, but because the mother turned the son, in this case the daughter, against the man, she's basically setting her up like a missile, and she's 19 now, so she's not a minor, setting her up like a missile in order to attack the father. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna call it how I call it. David Goggins keep me mad at me. I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you what this little bitch is doing, and you're gonna understand why I'm saying that. I don't believe the chick is black either. I believe she's mixed, and she looks more whiter than black. So I actually think the wife might be white. So I want to put that out there because I didn't see the wife. And I think David has been married like 3 times. I don't know if I don't know what the makeup is, but this chick I think is white. So I want to be fair. I don't want to, I don't think she's black. I think she's white. Because if you look at her, yeah, she looks white. So I think the mother is white. So we gonna tell that truth. So this ain't on the black women right now. But this is but anyway. So she sat here. And I've always told you, man, just because we say what we say about black women, what do I always tell y'all? Do not be red pill for black women, only be blue pill for non-black women. But David Goggins admitted, he was in a different place in his life. I understand it happens, that was before he became who he was there. And he has never done the Corey Holcomb thing, throwing his wife under the bus. Let me tell you what this little bitch did. And this is gonna go to show you how fucked up his daughter is, because it gets to I don't want to hear that 19-year-old you're a baby. I don't want to hear that bullshit. It gets to a point where if you hate a man and you just at all don't take into account that your mother may be manipulating you, and I will always respect my mom for not doing that with me or my brothers, never doing that. No, your mom is a bitch, but you're a little bitch too, just like her. And you need to be looked at just like her. Not no fucking, oh, she's a victim. Nah, you could go talk to your dad if you wanted to. But you've been attacking and all that. And I wouldn't put it past your ass that you might be a little racist too. I wouldn't put it past you either. Because there's always a lot of that going on too. Especially. So, shout out to AB. There's a reason I'm shouting out to AB. Because AB's out in Indiana. David, so let's give you a couple of facts. David Goggins didn't really start making money till 2016. So before then, David Goggins was dead broke. And women do what women do, go on to child support, blah, blah, blah. I think he made like $500,000. And whatever. At the end of the day, David Goggins ended up getting a court order, even though he's never missed a child support payment. It's a text message he had somebody else read. It shows the text and the transcript that he's never missed a child support payment, by the way, too. So David Goggins is not a back child support dude or anything like that. David Goggins was court ordered to pay $704,000 in child support. This is the most child support that anybody's been ordered to pay in history in the state of Indiana. Chizazed brought up the court thing that proved that was the most at that time. I think that was in like 2022 and stuff like that, even though he's never missed a child support payment. David Goggins has literally put $250,000 in a trust for his daughter. I don't know if his daughter knew about it or not. So he's paid that on top of the money he paid to his wife, only through it's child support, not alimony. And yet he's had the whole being a deadbeat dad this whole time, even though he is he an absent father? Sure. But he's absent because his daughter hates him. And he even explained that by saying he even brought his mom on, saying he hated the fact that his mom forced him to have to talk to his dad and deal with his dad. So in his mind, once she said she didn't want to talk to him because of whatever bullshit the mom said, he didn't fight. Let me tell you something. I don't have an issue, and I'm not disrespecting dudes that quote unquote fight the good fight. And shout out to Dennis for going to court. But I'm gonna say this, and I don't have kids. Y'all need to go to hell and suck a dick. Y'all need to go to hell, suck a dick. And some people I've talked to in private that I got respect for. Some people, if y'all need to stop throwing your nose up at other men. Y'all need to put a lot more effort in fighting the system so men don't have to fight than fucking telling dudes to go in the court system and fight to see their kids. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Fuck you, niggas. Fuck your idea of masculinity. Go to hell, eat a dick. I will not allow a child to be used. No weapon shall prosper against me, and that includes my own fucking kids. if I have them. I will not allow a weapon. When bitches can abort children, I will not allow children to be used. I agree with 50 Cent. You know, you basically hedge your bets. I will not allow a weapon to be used against me, and that includes a child. And once a child decides to be a willing weapon, then that's it. That's why I agree with when Corey Holcomb would say fuck your daughter, fuck his daughter. I agree with that shit. Fuck you motherfuckers and your fake ass morality. My single mom is dead, bitch ass nigga. Roscoe, I sound like a dumbass. Then why don't you take your ass on and don't listen to me? Why don't you do that? My single mom owned her shit. Unlike a lot of these bitches out here that are basically producing fucking YNs, minions, motherfuckers that can't read and write, producing whores, hoes, and sluts. Basically putting it on these breaking these fucking teachers because these kids can't even open a fucking milk box and don't even know their own fucking name, to the point where these teachers gotta get on TikTok and yell for help, knowing good and goddamn well they're not paid enough because these women are trash ass mothers. And why don't you got 40 seconds to say specifically what you actually disagree with, or you're gonna be banned. Give them 40 seconds. And if I don't see your shit by the time that shit turns to 11:13, you're gonna be banned, bitch ass nigga. My mom owned her shit good and bad, unlike most of these motherfuckers out here. Straight like that. Pawning these kids onto their parents, pawning these kids onto everybody else because you decided to throw some pussy at some motherfucker. But this ain't about that. What we're talking about is David Goggins. Because the real issue I did this video is really because of the dudes. It really ain't got nothing to do with women, but we're gonna get there. Yeah, he got, I'm counting. But you know, these hoe ass niggas, you know, they like to say this little stupid shit with their, you know, it's a Saturday night. I'm up here getting paid to speak. I'm getting paid. What are you doing on a Saturday night, bitch nigga? It's 11 o'clock. You ain't out and about. Get some pussy. You ain't here worried about what the fuck I'm saying. I don't even got David Goggins in the fucking title. Y'all motherfuckers love to be fans and say slick shit. Nigga, you ain't doing nothing. Anyway, let's jump back in this bitch. Oh, by the way, he didn't say nothing. Ban that bitch ass nigga the next time he say something. Yeah, we got it's fully automatic. Anybody say anything stupid, ban them. We're not even about to waste time. Like I said, so this dude paid $704,000 in child support, the most in Indiana history. Which go to Chiz Zed's channel. He verified it. Shout out to him for doing the research. And this chick is, and who knows, I don't know if this little bitch knows or doesn't know if that was done. Because if she doesn't know, her mom didn't tell her on purpose. This money hungry, her money hungry slut of a mom. And then he ended up paying $250K to her in a trust. And then he actually gave money to other women, according to him, to other women, like his other ex-wives. And by the way, the mother of his child, I believe she got remarried. She divorced. Once he paid that thing the court order paid, he cleared the balance. He was able to prove he cleared the balance. Chiz Zed pulled that up too. And this is out of David Goggins' mouth. His ex-wife divorced her current husband. So as soon as she got that windfall, she divorced the husband. So this is, keep in mind, David Goggins is not an athlete. David Goggins is a guy that's a military man. That's also another way you know he's paying child support. What military motherfucker do you know that's able to skate your child support? Your money and your stuff goes through the government. You know that's not how that works. Because they'll fuck your benefits up. If y'all in the military, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Correct me in the chat if I'm not telling the truth. Those are the main motherfuckers that can't escape child support. because of the relationship that you have with the government. So this ain't even no question. And so and so basically, this is something that he's had to wear for years. And I'm a dude that I believe in honor. And this dude has had to suck up this honor because he didn't want to talk about, you know, his daughter, and he didn't want to go back and forth. And this chick has been reputation destruction, spreading rumors, doing all of that. All you bitch ass motherfuckers believe in that lying ass hoe. And then we want to, let me tell you something, man. If you beat a bitch's ass, that unless you kill her or give her permanent damage, that's a fucking that's a temporary thing. The type of reputation destruction that women can do can fucking follow you beyond the grave. That's literally the type of damage that these women can do, because motherfuckers want to believe all women. Meanwhile, this bitch is saying he's a deadbeat father, collecting all of this money, and then fuck that lawyer, fuck that judge, because it's like parental alienation is something that never gets factored into this stuff. And so, like I said before, y'all motherfuckers, and y'all know who you are, did y'all be talking about a dude abandoning his kid? That's immoral. Well, what is he supposed to do? Kill the fucking mom? Is that what he's supposed to fucking do? How else does he deal with the problem? I'm not going to court for years fighting for some shit that I have a blood oath to. What bitch do you know has to go to court to see their child that don't got maximum problems, like a drug addict or something like that? And a lot of y'all, if y'all got that feel that type of energy to tell a dude that, y'all motherfuckers need to start soliciting these politicians and helping dudes to get these laws changed. Fuck fighting for your daughter. You need to fight so other men don't gotta deal with this. And if you not wanting to do that, then shut the fuck up talking to me. And I'm saying this is somebody that don't got kids. And I'm saying this is somebody that's an older brother. I'm saying this is somebody that supports a lot of younger folks in my family. So y'all could kiss my motherfucking ass, because y'all really don't be really having nothing to say about that part. Y'all just want to jump up here, and some dudes don't necessarily do it to be clout chasing, but they would, yeah, man, you need to take care of your responsibility. What about her responsibility to keep a father in the life? But no, that's not good enough. And there are some niggas that don't want to see their kid, and the woman makes it easy for them to see it. And that's a different situation. But the other thing I'm gonna say too is, a lot of these women coerce these niggas into having kids. If I don't marry you, I didn't want to have a kid with you. Just because I'm fucking you doesn't mean I want to have a kid with you. And as far as I'm concerned, any child that's had out of wedlock, bitch, you ain't got no right to complain about whether he there or not, because you never secured his commitment to you. That's what marriage is, a commit. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you ain't good enough to be a wife, bitch, you ain't good enough to be a mother. If you ain't good enough to get a man to commit to marriage to you, bitch, you ain't good enough to be a mom. And that's the problem. And that's where Mark kind of fucked up too. Mark saying she a candidate to be a wife. Well, if she a candidate to be a wife, then she shouldn't have made her a mom then. That's where you kind of step in it. Point blank, period. And a lot of y'all need to stop letting these chicks finesse kids out of y'all. But whatever, that's a whole another story. But my point is, so David Goggins, the only thing you can say he did was he wasn't in her life. And you supposed to be in the life of somebody that hates you? It's just like the bullshit with Umar. The biggest thing that Umar did on that front is he picked two busted ass bitches that had kids with, which tells me everything I need to know about where you were as a man. You got with two water buffaloes and had little water buffaloes. Nigga, you telling black men what they need to do with black women, and nigga, you don't even got control of the bitches you had kids with. You can't even secure cooperation to the point where you talking shit about them. But you educated, right? That tells me as far as your masculinity really goes. You know what's extra fucking sad? As much as is Sukihana had enough sense to let her parents raise her kids because she knew how fucked up she was. Most of these women don't even got that much sense because those kids are methods of control. And truth be told, if they can't benefit from them kids, they don't want them. Yeah, am I lying? And so my point is that, you know, shout out to David Goggins for telling not his truth, but the truth. And the main thing I wanted to say too is, because I expect women to do that, because that part of that is female nature, which is why men have to collectively hedge against that. But the thing I really wanted to say is why I actually decided to go live was for you bitch ass niggas. You fucking virtue signal, righteous wannabe, hoe ass niggas. All you bitch ass, I would say you bitch ass niggas need to make a retraction, but that will require for you niggas to actually have a code. That will require you niggas to actually have some self-respect. That will require you niggas to actually have some semblance of honor. Most of you niggas are gonna do what the bitches do. Most of you hoe ass niggas are gonna just delete it and act like you never made the statement. You're not gonna get up here and say, you know what, I got on this app and I started talking hella shit about David Goggins. I said he was a deadbeat dad. I said he needed to be accountable. But you know what? I didn't take the time to fucking look up who he was. I was so lazy, I didn't even fucking go to ChatGPT or DeepSeek or fucking Gemini. And Gemini isn't great, by the way. I'm not a fan of Gemini. But on ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Gemini is good for simple shit and it'll give you an answer quick. It does produce the answers quick. I'll give it that, but yeah. And I couldn't even do a fucking ChatGPT rollout on David Goggins. So I can get at least the ChatGPT side of the story. No, I just believe the bitch because I'm a hoe ass nigga. And if a bitch say anything, I'm that nigga that I'll probably go put a bullet in another dude's head just off the word of a bitch that I don't even know. Because I'm a hoe ass nigga. Y'all won't do that. Y'all won't do that. Y'all are the biggest reason why these chicks lie the way they do, because they know there's a sucker born every day. And what make it extra bad, and I'm talking mainly the black men, because that's all who I saw. This is what make it extra bad. I believe his ex-wife is white. The one he's talking about. So it ain't like y'all protecting a black woman. Y'all fucking jumping out the window for a white bitch. What's up? Because all y'all need to hear, y'all can hear in theory. In theory, you all can hear that a woman is being done wrong and y'all niggas are compelled to do some shit. You niggas couldn't pull ChatGPT up on your phone and literally say, hey chat, ChatGPT, I need a wiki style bio of David Goggins. How much money does he have? When did he actually start to make the money? What did he do before he got famous? What are some controversies he's been involved with? And in particular, I want to know what is the controversy around him being a deadbeat dad. All right. And ask ChatGPT, is there any court transcripts that he's gone to court about child support, that he hasn't paid child support? Is there any videos or stories about this that I can go through? That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. If you're not familiar with them, that's all you had to do. You didn't even have to go to YouTube and look at some random ass videos. All you had to do is do that. And read a little bit. But no, that's not enough. Y'all like, ooh, David Goggins? Oh, he grifted like a mop. Let me whip this out, this phone out. Hey, man, yo, you David Goggins? Oh, let me find out he a deadbeat father. Well, I'm gonna put some real, you know, eerie music behind it. I'm gonna make it sound good. You bitch ass motherfuckers. I know y'all won't get by and say, you know what, I could have did this. I did it, my bad. Just like how when I said Dana was angling, she angling her videos like a lot of big bitches do. When I saw a video body pic when she was doing it in the gym, I was like, oh, okay. Hey, my bad. Hey, my bad. All right. Okay. Well, that ain't it. We don't know what she used to look like. I think she's done look like, and apparently, okay, that ain't it. Okay, for North Carolina too? Oh, that ain't it. All right. We'll retract that. Okay. It is what it is. That's clearly not her issue. Okay. All right. It's not hard. That don't change my overall point. You're still 38. But the math still is the math, but yeah. But I ain't got no problem taking that back. I usually don't miss. But hey, sometimes you do. Yeah. Only logical, boy. And he be putting that research out there too. They be throwing them receipts on them videos, them screenshots. I believe somebody said Obsidian is back on YouTube as well. So shout out to Obsidian. I did want to make that announcement since y'all are out here. Obsidian gets on everybody's nerves, but Obsidian, y'all should subscribe to his channel. As long as he don't start cooning it up to again. Y'all should definitely put that out there. Obsidian should have been showing his face. He really should have. But kudos to Obsidian. No, I didn't. I might look at it. I might. Somebody shared in the Discord that on the business. I might do it. Cause Jason Black had it. It's been a minute since I watched Jason Black video. Them women are so upset. It is what it is. A lot of pick-me energy going on. But my point is, yeah, you niggas are bitches. Like, straight up. I'm not, like, a lot of that shit, I saw that mainly on TikTok. Y'all making these, like, 3-4 minute takes and shit. Like, y'all didn't get that, brother. Y'all got to start hearing that. It's the same thing with DDG. And I don't agree with everything DDG say. But it's the same thing. Y'all don't be giving brothers the benefit of the doubt at all. And somebody asked the question, he answered it. Meanwhile, you got niggas trying to act like the red pill was right about Sadia Khan. I gave Sarah Fontenot the benefit of the doubt, but apparently Sarah Fontenot pretty much Courtney Michelle just without a kid. From the school of you, I know I'm cute, so you just let me have it. So Sadia Khan got exposed. Sarah, like, it is what it is. Like, I'm a high value. You can't be a high value woman and a side piece. Those don't go together. You can't be a high value woman and be a side piece. You can't be you may be network with these people, but if you a concubine, there's no high value concubines. That's what you are. I told you that when you see me get particularly annoyed with certain women, Cheyenne Bryant, Sadia Khan, I got a bachelor's degree in psychology. That don't mean shit. You and every other dumb bitch. That's the shit people go to school for when they trying to get out. Do you practice the shit? That's how you separate some of them, but even the ones that practice it got biases. Hopefully YouTube lets him stay back. Now, I'm not subscribed to him. Somebody told me that, so I'm just, spreading it out there. But hopefully YouTube. Hey, look, man, if you gonna let Cynthia G stay with the goofy shit, Obsidian has never said any. Other than the Tamir Rice thing, which nobody gives a fuck about, or YouTube don't give a fuck about, and that ain't why he got tagged. Obsidian has never said nothing on the level of what Cynthia G say. Personally, I'm not against Cynthia. If it was up to me, I'm cool with Cynthia G having a channel. I am absolutely cool. Y'all think I'm playing? I told you, I want Cynthia G to have 1 million subscribers. Y'all really think I'm playing when I say that? Y'all really be out here thinking I'm playing, like I'm just trolling? No, I want her. I'm serious, because Cynthia G is she says what she think. Now she probably muted now because she ain't trying to lose her channel. But truth be told, Cynthia G tells it like she sees it. She don't lie about how she feel. And I want all it. She has never been a better promoter to the purple pill niggas. If we are extreme, show me how we like her. Show me that. I love it. Y'all think I'm playing. That's why people are like, oh my God, this back. No, fuck that. I want y'all to see that shit. I want that shit to be known. So when, what is it? What, Soul, Hip Hop Soul or whoever, that YouTube channel network, when they had her on there, because everywhere she goes, they gotta account for that. Oh, I didn't know. She said, bullshit. You didn't know. Bullshit, you didn't know. So I love it. I don't mind these chicks getting blown up. Especially the ones, I want all these divestors to get all the money. I'm dead ass serious. Because what happens is just like people say with Donald, like what Professor Black Truth say with Donald Trump. When Donald Trump is in there, you motherfuckers can't act like white supremacy ain't there. You cannot hide. You gotta deal with it. At least that's his perspective. I agree with that for the most part. You gotta deal with it. You can't just pretend ain't nothing going on. It's the same thing with a lot of the niggas that try to act like we're wrong for the positions we take. I'd rather have a whole bunch of Cynthia G's than like Sadia Khans or Sarah, the women that know how to lie and sell it. Because they know how to lull you to sleep. And she's getting the support because black women support it. And you can't deny that. And quiet as it's kept, I think like 10% of her audience is probably black women, black men. It's a lot of black men that support that bullshit. Because people try to act like, nah, it ain't that serious. Yes, it is. There's a lot of women that believe that shit. I don't know, and I don't care. I've never looked that up because I don't care. Like, almost every man-hating channel has a so-called violent, yeah, they have. And you can't hide it. That's why, quite frankly, if a lot of y'all, I get it, but a lot of y'all, especially if y'all got the room in your phones, a lot of y'all need to I need to do that more. Like, getting people really good at, like, recording all of the apps to download YouTube videos. If y'all need to upload stuff to mega files, like, we definitely need to have like a lot of evidence of stuff. Because see, I don't worry about it, because if men, see, this is the problem. If men talk crazy on this app, men will just get their channels deleted. That's why traditionally, and men don't believe in all of that anyway. But women, they get a lot of room to kind of say how they truly feel and what they truly operate like. And I love it. I love it. Because I want the truth out there raw. Raw. Because black people like to talk about keeping it real, but they not real. That's why I respect David Goggins, because he communicates in a very raw way. And at the end of the day, fuck that bitch and fuck his daughter too. Because the reality is, his ex-wife ain't nothing but a money-hungry bitch, and his daughter allowed herself to be dealt with hatred. And you think that's not gonna carry over into how she deals with men? I'm telling you right now, if you a black man, you better not deal with her. I don't give a fuck how much pussy she throw at whatever. And I'm gonna tell you, like, that's a chick that's a chick that has problems. That's a chick that if you deal with her, she's gonna say you did something. You're in high risk for some shit like that. And a lot of dudes, because they want to believe that all of these women are single moms because dudes are just abandoning them. These women are leaving these relationships. Haley Bailey is where she is because Haley Bailey cheated on, let's keep it real. Haley Bailey pursued DDG and Haley Bailey cheated. She's an insecure bitch. I don't care. I mean, so if you asking me all of that, I don't get into that gossip back and forth with these men. I don't care. I don't know why you asking me that. I don't like you. Ask Mr. Z. He the one that listens to them. Apparently, she got cracked. She got cracked on BMF, Black Mafia Family. A lot of these bitches are lazy. A lot of them, they just want to be famous to be famous. They not even get caught up necessarily on drugs. They just want to be famous. They all want to be influencers. They don't really want to do their job for real. They don't. And you see it. And that's fine. Other people, there's always other people that can do the job. You talk about, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I mean, Carrots is a snake. Anybody that knows her knows that. Anybody that talks to her knows that. Carrots been, she was a snake. She's been a snake. That's why I don't keep having to, like, anybody interacts with her sees that. She's a fucking snake. Other women even know she's a snake. There's a reason I use that terminology specific. You ain't never heard me call nobody else a snake. There's a reason why I specifically use that for her. Because she is. She's a fucking snake. Kerosene is responsible. Kerosene is basically responsible for blowing like 15. A lot of women blew 15 years of their life in their youth listening to Kerosene. Do you know how many lives Kerosene of women Kerosene have ruined scores of lives going them on a great white dick send-off mission? Kerosene didn't even tell the whole truth about her man had to work his way up to making more money than her. You tell black women not to settle for less, but you settled for less, but because he was white, it was cool. You can talk about David Carroll all you want to be into somebody's DM. That shit don't matter. David Carroll was like Corey Holcomb. He an older dude. Hey, it is what it is. He shot his shot. What that mean? That don't mean what he said was a lie. You got people shooting they shot in the DMs of Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor got some big titties and peanut butter skin. But you notice what they ain't doing. They ain't asking, that's according to her, but they ain't asking for a relationship. They basically doing the how much card because she's on the whole phase treadmill. Basically, she's on the straight for the stroke treadmill. You ain't about to get the Young Miami plan where they give you a job, some opportunities. That ship is sold. Because now white dudes can't trust you because cause they know you might try to cry the R word. And truth be told, you got Chuck dude fired. That's how they gonna see it. So you done with them. People were saying, yeah, man, I was like, Gilbert ended up, at least so far, getting Skip Bayless versus Joy Taylor. Skip Bayless is a much better pick. I'm not the fan of Skip Bayless, but he's a much better pick than Joy Taylor. Joy Taylor ain't nothing but looks. Joy Taylor ain't nothing but somebody to look at. And truth be told, there's other bitches to look at, to be honest with you. Joy Taylor's the type of chick that, yeah, it is what it is looking at her in pictures, but she's the type of chick that would have all this sexual energy in the workplace. And then act like you wrong. And that's what Jason Whitlock was trying to say, that Cam Newton want to act like he don't understand. You got anything you want to say? Like we on the same team? Joy Taylor's the type of bitch that would say you did something to her, Cam. But you don't understand that. Because your ego won't let you understand that. She don't got no ass. That's another thing too. Cause she's like what, 5'3"? She's kind of like, the thing about Joy Taylor is built. Joy Taylor really don't have a lot of, her hip to waist ratio. I'm not saying she can't have it, but the thing is, Joy Taylor doesn't have a strong hip to waist ratio. She has to work at it. And she don't want to work at it, so she just leans on her titties. And that works on older white men. And dudes, yeah, there's dudes that want to fuck. But ain't nobody trying to commit to you. You 38. You 38. The dudes is going to really want to deal with you on the older end. Remember, Deion Sanders is already taken with Carucci. And she 37. Like, I mean, she act like she a once in a lifetime. Like, nah, what it is she know the men she can get in front of this gonna carry the most cachet with. That's what she does. And truth be told, feminists was supposed to like shun that. They were supposed to shun that for real. But whatever. I guess it's called hypocrisy, right? Yeah. She ain't slick. But at the level she playing at, personally, pound for pound, I say if they were the same, at 38, I would have took Carrie Champion over Joy Taylor. Pound for pound. If they were the same age, I would have took Carrie Champion. Personally. And Carrie Champion know more about sports too. Carrie Champion just got this I didn't get picked, so I'm mad at black men bullshit going. But it ain't nowhere near. I take Carrie Champion. Oh hell, I take Sage. I'm talking about deal with. Now as far as like being on sports, I would, yeah, Malika Andrews. I would take Joy Taylor over Malika Andrews. I'm not gonna lie, cause at least Malika Andrews has Joy Taylor. You can buy off. Malika Andrews has this deep-seated hatred of black men. I don't give a fuck who her daddy is. I don't give a fuck what she was talking about. But as far as like being on a newscast for sports, I would deal with Sage Steele over Joy Taylor too. Because at least they know what the fuck they're talking about. But Malika Andrews at the bottom. She's the worst. I would take Michelle Beadle over Malika Andrews. It ain't even no. I would take Sarah Spain. Sarah Spain knows what she's talking about. But Sarah Spain, you can tell she got these like bias. You can tell she got some racial issues that she just know how to keep it in check. But she's let it slip out of like every once in a while. It's very obvious something happened. Like she ain't, yeah. Carrie Champion's issue is she ain't never got selected like she should have for whatever reason, and she mad. You can tell that's what her issue is. You can tell that's what her issue is. But whatever. But my thing is, but going back to the original thing, fuck all of y'all that y'all sat there and made that video and y'all didn't verify shit. Y'all just got on there, whipped the phone out, and contributed to throwing another black man. Because none of these people are gonna apologize. They're gonna act like it never happened. I know the women ain't, because that's part of course. When they're wrong, dead ass wrong, they just don't talk about it. I hope Anton brings it up. I hope, but see, Anton, if she white, Anton won't bring it up because you know how Anton is, which is some bullshit. Yeah, but I just wanted to put that out there. Nah, she mainly mad at black men. Nah, these bitches are never mad at white men because white men control too many of their opportunities. So they know how to, get some act right about them with white boys. They know how to keep that shit in. So they front load that shit on the black men. That's the problem. Man, they not know that. That's not true. No, Michelle Beadle and Rachel Nichols. Are you serious? No, they're not. Rachel Nichols just know how to wear makeup and shit. You ain't. Rachel Nichols used to be fat. Like, man, you ain't really looking. I'm gonna let that slide. Well, she did that to Stephen A. Malika Andrews thing, which a black man and a lot of motherfuckers don't like. Malika Andrews did that to a whole bunch of black men. But I don't like Michelle Beadle. I'm just saying if it's either or, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying these people are better. These people are preferred. I'm just saying if it's an either or, and that just tells you how, just to highlight that. And that's what I'm saying. Keep up, y'all. But yeah. So everybody calling, like, motherfuckers, they always look for an opportunity to call somebody a deadbeat father, and facts are not needed. Like, batteries not included, facts are not necessary. Just plug that shit right in, and that train is never late. And the chick asked, and she wasn't expecting that answer. She was expecting for him to admit. He even said it, like, I know y'all want to say I'm a deadbeat father and I'm owning that shit. No, that's not true. And shout out to everybody still go to the events. I mean, he's a motivational speaker. But y'all try to the problem is y'all try to put David Goggins in the same category as Andrew Tate. Because a lot of y'all chicks are anti-masculinity, and y'all want to fuck masculine dudes, but y'all anti-masculinity. Which, help me out how that works, because I don't know. I don't know how that works. And y'all see David Goggins as like just another thread of Andrew Tate. Even though David Goggins ain't never fucking had women on cam or none of that shit y'all try to call Cam Newton a sex trafficker for. None of that shit y'all call not Cam Newton, y'all call Andrew Tate a sex trafficker for. David Goggins ain't never been a part of none of that, did none of that. None of that. This is a military man, and he don't even get into all that other shit. He gets into how men and women can do better. He is literally a self-improvement lord. A self-improvement lord. I'm not gonna say God because there's only one God, but a self-improvement lord. And a hardcore one at that. He don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about no red pill. I don't give a fuck about nothing. You better pick that shit up. That's shit. Did you run across state lines? I had to run from the KKK, motherfucker. You better Forrest Gump that shit. That's all he do. For all y'all that want to say everything is self-improvement, and you can't tell David Goggins shit. Now you can't even say, well, you don't know what it's like to have a kid that you can't get UKC and then gotta pay child support. Nigga, let me tell you, I broke the record in the state of Indiana. Ain't nobody got fucked harder than I did by the state. You wanna know how much? How about this? You guess. You tell me how much I had to pay. I already told you I broke the record. Like 200,000, try again. Like 300,000, try again, and now double it. 600,000, motherfucker, try it again. Add another 100,000. 700,000, motherfucker, add another 4,000. What? Yeah, shut the fuck up and give me 100 push-ups. And don't stop until you can't do it. You really thought you had something with that child support, huh? You really thought you had it. You really thought you had the magic key. Well, I take my foot and I put it on your back while you do these push-ups, and I talk to everybody else to let you know you ain't shit. Are you back in child support? Yeah, man, I can't get my passport. You bitch nigga, I never missed a payment. You giving me another 100. That's who that motherfucker is. That's who that motherfucker is. And they dare you to do something to him. That's who he is. That is an unapologetic, I don't give a fuck if you ain't got no arms and legs. You better run that mile. That's who he is. There is literally like nobody else that talks more shit in the self-improvement game than David Goggins. There is nobody else more accountable. Nobody else more accountable than David Goggins. Yet, because he's talking about stuff in a masculine way, an unapologetic masculine way, not saying nothing about women. And by the way, what did I say about niggas with daughters? And he can't even, I don't even think, put it on black women. See, I told you all niggas with daughters ain't necessarily bad. Even Sister Zed was like, couldn't be me. Giving your daughter $250,000 to be secure, and you saying that I'm not your dad? Oh, hell no. Fuck you, bitch. Hell no. You wouldn't say that about your dad. Hell, I wouldn't. I'll have more than one. And I already know if I have a kid, it's most likely to be a daughter. And they probably gonna act like how I heard my mom used to act back in the day. I already know. That's most likely gonna happen. All this niggas with daughter shit, you already know God like, yep, as soon as you nutting the bitch. Yep. I don't care if you married or not. It's already on deck. I'm just waiting. And if I get tired of waiting, I might send you a fine ass hoe. Fine ass chick. I already know I already know that's what's coming for me. I already know. That's why I ain't even gonna be mad. Cause I already know that's what's coming for me. If I end up having a kid, I already know. It's gonna. I heard stories of how my mom used to be. And I already know that's probably what I'm gonna have to deal with. I already know. I'm gonna be a nigga with a daughter. I already know. If I have kids, that's how it's gonna shake down. I already know. So I ain't even, ain't no prayer. I already know. That shit is written in the fucking stars. I ain't even gonna be mad. I'd actually be surprised if it didn't turn out that way. But my thing is, the hell I won't. Y'all motherfuckers a lot of y'all are bitch made, man. You know. And he still gave her $250,000 after she turned 19, after she turned 18, and he wasn't obligated to give her no more child support. That's a chick that's trying to make money off of him by being a victim. And you gotta understand how stupid somebody gotta be to know you gotta have these receipts, to know this person has to have these receipts in case you try to be stupid, because it's the court order. Ain't no receipts to have. All of it is in court. It's public. And for you to still let your daughter run her mouth and not tell her to shut the fuck up, but you can't do that, can you? Because you spent all them years basically poison, practicing parental alienation. Not understanding, fuck David. The reality is your daughter gonna get a motherfucker that ain't like him. Your daughter gonna get a motherfucker that really don't give a fuck. Your daughter probably gonna get a white boy because She's probably a divester because she looks white enough that she could pass. If that's the picture that I saw. And she gonna be dealing with these petty ass white boys. There's gonna be, you're still a nigger though. Nut in her face. Ah, you're still a nigger. And just leave. You say you set your daughter on a course for oblivion. I hate my dad. It don't matter. Your dad is a millionaire and your dad don't give a fuck. If he can get in a whole bunch of people like he did and tell that shit like he said it, that dude was cussing and everything. White boys can smell that shit in light-skinned females. A lot of them white boys are like Darth Sidious. They do it just because they can. It's who I am. Dude said, thank you for telling my live. Yeah. He said, we know how that story ends. You create another tragic mulatto. Fully programmed. Another Doja Cat. I got the body of a black woman in white skin. I hate this. I live in white men. I hate black men. Cause my dad wasn't there. My dad didn't kiss me goodnight. Damn, your dad was broke. No, my dad is David Goggins. You mean I listened to David Goggins. That's your dad? Why you fat? Because he run all the time. That's your dad. Dang, he'll leave you no money. Well, actually, I don't have a job because I'm living off of his money. But I still hate him though. That white boy like, bitch, get your ass up. Get off my dick. You living off his money. Bitch, you got a trust fund? I don't even have a trust fund. How much money you got? We gave me 250,000. 2 Bitcoins, bitch. Get the fuck away from me. You're a whore. No matter what, you'll always be a nigger. Get the fuck away from me. That white bitch got more money than me by their black father. Fuck you. Because, you trigger them white boys. They be like, that white woman went and got with a Negro and got more money than she would have got with a white man. Fuck that bitch. That's how, or if they smarter, they'll play the long game and finesse her out of some of that money. I love you, Tina. A lot of white dudes that play the long game with that. Yeah. Don't let me do no AI videos. Like, fuck that bitch. Most white boys, the smart ones will play the long game. For real. That's how it is. Start hating black men and then like lying. But of course she ain't gonna tell the truth about who her dad is. Because then that story's gonna have to get out and she can't win. Your mom set your ass up. And your mom set your ass up. And if she got remarried, then I would love it if she got remarried to like a white dude and then left the white dude once she got that windfall from David Goggins. That'd be wow. But that's what it is. And so all y'all dudes, because I expect women to do that because they're women. They believe in bullshit ass narratives. But you dudes, you purple pill, blue pill motherfuckers that y'all always get so excited and giddy to throw a black dude under the bus, fuck you. That dude has came from more than what you'll ever see. That dude put his mama on. Fuck you. It's the same thing with DDG. These motherfuckers don't care. All they care is the women get mad and they want to get in front of that. Fuck you. Fuck you. That's not necessarily my experience. White dudes come in a lot of like personality types, but a lot of them default to the same bullshit. I ain't saying don't deal with a white woman. I'm just saying you gotta watch them. White women got a different type of power set. Y'all dealing, black women are melee fighters. White women, what they call them? White women, they're reality changers. They'll change the reality on you under your feet. You dealing with fucking Scarlet Witch. Somebody put a post, a meme in my or a GIF in my Discord. Like I said, if you want to get in the Discord, type in Discord in the comment section. I'll give you my email. You email me. Or just email me directly at EdwardAnderson300K at Gmail. And I'll give you the link. They put, you know, when Scarlet Witch first got her powers and she was red and everything with the Scarlet Witch and she just like snapped her fingers. That's white women. When they get in that mode, you're not negotiating with a person. You're dealing with a fucking entity. Dudes be trying to give logic to somebody. I'm like, bitch, that's not, that creature doesn't understand that. They don't understand when they're in that mode. The only thing you got is leverage and leverage and power, which is backed by leverage. But y'all niggas, y'all think y'all gonna mouthpiece when a woman gets in that mode. You think you about to mouthpiece your way out of it. That bitch will call the cops and you gonna do 48 hours. You won't riz your ass out of that shit. You got game. Tell me what to do when a white woman calls the cops on you. You think you about to, oh man, it's a female cop. I'm about to run that mouthpiece. Notice how you don't even see videos of niggas even telling stories of, they don't even tell stories. They don't even tell game folklore on the top 10 craziest things their mouthpiece has gotten them out of. Top 10 craziest jams their mouthpiece and wordplay got them out of. You ain't never gonna hear that. I just can't stand niggas that love flexing or dirty macking around other dudes, man. I just can't stand that shit. Yeah, you can't even run, Jonathan Majors. I don't know why Janet didn't understand that. You watching Ant-Man and Kang the Conqueror or Ant-Man Quantumania, all Janet had to do was call the police and Kang the Conqueror would have been fucked up. Janet! I don't give a shout out to Michelle Pfeiffer, man. That's the chick that used to look good back in the day. Janet! You getting locked up. What was that movie where LL Cool J was the villain? Like, Jay Reed, you ain't no cop, Jay Reed. He's sitting there getting cuffed. He like, I just wanted to help you, dog. That's all I ever did. Yeah, LL Cool J was representing for the light-skinned contingency. He was trying to get that, I bet you Wesley Snipes wouldn't have told him he was gonna make change. That character LL Cool J played, I forget the movie. basically he started the movie out putting Vaseline on a fucking pool stick and shoving it up somebody's ass. That's how he introduced that character. Jay Reed, I just wanted to help you, dog. That's all I ever did. You ain't no cop, Jay Reed. Yeah, in too deep. You know, white boys give you the good old, you know, slap on the arm. You did a good job, kid. I usually don't touch with black people, but I'll touch your clothes. You got long sleeves on, so I'll touch your clothes. Where's my where's my antibacterial? I just touched it. They give you that tap. Myron know about that. That tap, you did a good job, kid. I don't fuck with you, but you did a good job today. You know, when they ain't used to being black people, but they know he did a good job, give him the good old slap on the bicep. Yeah. Jay Reed, I ain't help you, dog. That's all I ever did. That's K. K be like, I'm gonna burn that bitch out of time. I'm gonna burn that bitch out of time. Janet. And one thing I like about Michelle Pfeiffer's character, Janet Van Dyne, so much is I love the fact that how, like, she did a really good job selling who Kang was just by how she was responding, not so much to him, but before you meet him, and you could just tell, like, somebody that, like, yo, he ran the most immaculate game on her and dicked her down, but when she found out what he was about, this strikes me as how Nicole would have thought of O.J. Simpson. But she just know, this motherfucker will kill me. We gotta go see him again. Oh shit, like, you don't know. She did a really good job selling that. Like, I don't care what y'all say. The ending was, if you take the ending out, like the ending, and you just take those interactions between him and that was, man, fuck Marvel, man. Cause that dude, Jonathan Majors did a bang up job. I really believe Jonathan Majors did too good of a job. He really did. They was like, nah, we can't give this to him because these white bitches, these white women like Jonathan Majors way too much. We gotta do it. We gotta throw him under. We gotta throw him under, man. And you knew it was crazy when everybody, cause you're not gonna tell me that wasn't coordinated. You ain't never, when have you ever seen, even when a bitch gets beat up, when have you ever seen like everybody just, man, Diddy was accused of being a sex trafficker. And you didn't see everybody, like all the organizations that he was paying for, that got paid off his name, just say, nah, we out. It's like you would have thought Roman Polanski don't even get that treatment. You got motherfuckers is accused of messing with minors that don't even get that treatment. And nobody never looks at that. It's like, yo, what's the dude from 30 Rock? Alec Baldwin, he shot a motherfucker in their face. Well, let's see what the court, the fucking, he said he did it. Woody Allen and Roman. It's like, are you fucking serious? And he had a mediocre white bitch. It wasn't like he took the best of these chicks. You fucking serious? But no, that's not what it was. White women like Jonathan Majors too much. And that's something that people don't talk about. That's something that a lot of people don't talk about. You had whole white women going on their own to see Jonathan Majors in Creed 3. There's like, nope, we can't do that. Because that was some unique shit. White women like Denzel. White women weren't liking Denzel like that, though. It was like, oh, no, we can't have that. He was good in Loki, too, but that Kang the Conqueror shit, Oh man, like you actually really look at that performance, he did a great job. And I love this wasn't Disney that did this, but the Gangster Paradise. Like, oh man, if they would have did a Kang the Conqueror trailer, like once the movie actually launched, like y'all ain't gonna tell me y'all haven't seen those shorts where it was like, the Gangster Paradise song, and then they showing him. I was like, yo, that is the shit. Because you really saw, but again, how can you make him an Avengers level threat if Ant-Man can deal with him? You can't. And y'all ran to Robert Downey Jr. No, we need to get a white dude. Apparently, Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds got into an argument too. They got into a really bad fight, apparently, on set. I know people ain't really talking about that, but apparently that happened. And a lot of people taking Robert Downey Jr.'s side. I mean, honestly, she might as well. I know Devon would be mad as fuck. I mean, Jonathan Majors got a daughter. A lot of people don't know that. And he got a daughter with a black woman too. A lot of people don't know that. I mean, y'all fucked, like, do you understand how much you fucked the people up by y'all fucking up Jonathan Majors' career? And that's crazy. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. He just keeps it real private. He don't talk about her. And the mother, his kid, his baby mama, his mother, his kid don't say nothing. She gotta be getting paid. He gotta be taking whatever, way more than whatever child support is asking him to do, if he got it. No, you got his whole lawyers, client, everybody, oh, we can't do this. We're dropping him. I'm like, yo, that's a collusion spectacle. We're dropping him. So, yeah, if he was white, they'd be like, nah, we can't trust you because when shit get hard, you just gonna run. So, fuck all that. You good. Y'all took all that money, and it's funny because it's like y'all did all of that. Y'all had to have not expected him to be able to come out of it. So if he gets his career again, y'all just basically lost all that money because y'all wanted to make a statement. Man, get the fuck out of here. And I fool with Ryan Reynolds, but Blake Lively, his wife got him in a precarious position. She doing way too much. Yeah, that's true. Uma Thurman, shout out to Uma Thurman, with Batman Forever. Shout out to Uma Thurman, or Batman and Robin. Shout out to Uma Thurman and obviously Kill Bill. Robert Downey did way worse back in the day, absolutely. But of course, that don't matter because they're white. I mean, what's the dude that played the Flash? Same thing. I would love for Jonathan Majors to play like Icon or something like that. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. was wilding out so much that they didn't want it. When they don't want to insure you, that's crazy. Especially somebody as good of an actor as he is, that's crazy. Lindsay Lohan, they didn't want to insure her. Apparently Lindsay Lohan had some surgery to get her like looking kind of closer to what she used to look like. Because Lindsay Lohan, I think, is like the same age as me. Let me check that. Yeah, Lindsay Lohan is 39 years old. Yeah, so she was like, yeah, she's a year older than me. Damn, man, Lindsay Lohan. Yeah, that's... You might as well. I mean, y'all already in the street. Y'all be killing me. Yeah. Yeah, man. I just saw a white chick with an ass. And of course she got a black female friend that's mediocre. But she did that Freakier Friday. That's out, which apparently, you know, somebody's gonna see it. Amanda Bynes is another chick that's for Amanda Bynes would have been the millennial Tina Fey. But drugs took hold, got her. Drugs chose her, and she ain't never been out of that Pokeball since. Like, technically, Amanda Bynes went out harder than Lindsay Lohan did. The thing about it is, you know what's funny about Lindsay Lohan? Lindsay Lohan has a personality that, like, if she was like 10 years younger, she would have been a really good. She probably would have been a really good streamer. She actually what's that? Mean Girls. The way that show, and obviously that's a movie. The way that movie was shot and everything, it kind of like she actually it's a streamer that kind of doesn't look like her, but kind of has a personality, kind of like hers a little bit. Amanda Bynes would have did really well too, but the thing about it, Amanda Bynes would have had like her own shows and shit. Like, they were really about to set her up. Y'all, a lot of y'all will never understand all the show, all that, man. All that was the shit. Some of these will never know that part, that Nickelodeon. That Alex Mack Nickelodeon, that Nickelodeon. Y'all will never know. Yeah, she did. Lindsay Lohan did look better because there's not a lot of like really attractive redheads out there. That's another thing. But also, but Amanda Bynes was actually more talented than Lindsay Lohan, because Amanda Bynes had comedy, acting, comedy. She had like all of it. And a lot of she had all of it, and she was for as talented as Amanda Bynes is. Like, really look at her, and she started to get older, man. Before drugs, crack got her. She for somebody like that, she looks good enough. She wasn't really lacking in anything, and you know, because she's a white girl, they would have just threw her in everything. Lindsay Lohan legit could have been like a female Adam Sandler. They could have had her at like female movies. Like, people would have, for real though. Why you at yeah, I'm probably gonna be working next weekend. Yeah, I'm definitely. But what do you have? What's up, Shannon? Shout out to Shannon Rawls. Yeah, man, they don't. A lot of these folks. I'm not saying they don't got stuff on their own, like in their time, but like some of that stuff, like that, all that was like the young and black SNL. Like, people don't really realize, like, you know, obviously Keenan and Kel. People do not realize, you know. I'm talking about even in all that. People don't realize all of that, man. But my point is, yeah, so it's a lot of people that, you know, they would have killed it. They really would. They would have absolutely killed it. You got to think of how profitable somebody like Amanda Bynes would have been, because comedy and all of that, you know, that stuff is relatively inexpensive to put people through. I'm talking about with TV shows and movies. But, you know, life gets them, man. No, I ain't gonna be able to come. I ain't gonna be able to go to Conclave. I appreciate you reaching out to me, man. I don't trust. I've always said it. I'm stuck to that. I don't trust. And I see what you said on the expenses. I appreciate that. But I've always said I don't trust these niggas seeing them face to face. I'm humbled by the fact you make that offer to me. I appreciate that. Absolutely. I'll definitely start promoting it though for you all. It's next week on my, all right, I'll start promoting it. If you want to email me as far as what's going on and stuff, because I be talking to Christian offline, man, and Christian had nothing but good things to say about, you know, how you put it together, you know, how you was helping stuff run logistically and stuff. So absolutely. I mean, truth be told, it could. I mean, one day it might. We definitely got a convention center. We definitely got the operational capacity. One day it might. Because Jada Black is in South Carolina. Angry Man is like, you know, pretty close to me. You'd be surprised how many people are in North Carolina out here. But yeah, man. That's, you know, like at the end of the day, you know, that bullshit that they did with David Goggins trying to throw him under the bus, and they didn't even do their research. They just said, oh, he a deadbeat. Because y'all really believe most black men are deadbeats. Because y'all believe in the propaganda. And the thing is, we too busy calling people deadbeats and not talking about women leveraging the system. Because a lot of y'all are too bitch made to challenge the system. So y'all rather dump off on the men because y'all don't really want to confront what this system is. Because in your mind, the only reason why single motherhood exists is because men just leave. This is 2025 and y'all still saying that bullshit. Y'all motherfuckers are stupid as hell. Make sure y'all, if Xavier, I'll find Shannon Raw's YouTube channel. We still got it. Make sure y'all subscribe to that. Well, child support ain't got nothing to do with the child. Child support is so the state it mitigates costs to the state. That's what that does. But what you also don't understand is you take a lot of dudes out the system too that would otherwise have kids because they don't want to deal with that bullshit. See, smaller governments can get away with that. America's a large country. No, I don't have, like, man, it ain't even most of them. That ain't even the issue. I'm not even thinking. I'm thinking about, like, really one or two or three. It's always one or two or three people. It's all it takes. And it's some people I got on site kind of orders on. Where if I see them, it ain't even, it's not going to be cool. Regardless if they do something or not. And so I'm not even putting myself in that situation. It's motherfuckers that just said goofy shit about, like, you know, my mom and shit. This, like, it's straight up on site. So I'm gonna be a problem. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from doing that either. I ain't doing all that. Of course they should. But they're not gonna do mandatory DNA testing because I believe that the state, I believe they know. I believe they know. I've told y'all before, that's a security risk. I believe they know it's a lot of women that's been putting babies on dudes that ain't theirs. I know they know. I'm very sure they know. Okay, I'll definitely let you know if I change my mind. Of course that, but men have that's got to be like, I don't want to say like reparations, but men got to, like, my thing is I'm mad that men don't push it, because the reality is, even if you don't get mandatory paternity testing, the reality is that puts women on the back foot, and a lot of this march that they have asking for all this bullshit, this constant gimme 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 shit, that shit would be halted. Yeah, you should absolutely have paternity testing. All that bullshit about trust and all of this, man, you can kiss my ass about that shit. That should be also a litmus test for dudes. If you don't believe in mandatory paternity testing, I can't fuck with you. Because ain't nobody come up with a compelling argument against it yet, other than, like Andrew Wilson said, the women will feel bad. I don't know what this, nah, bitch, fuck you. How about this? You get to see my phone right now. You serious? You think I'm cheating, bitch? We way beyond cheating. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck about you cheating compared to if a kid is mine or not. We're not playing that game. And that's why, real talk, you tell women that up front. If a bitch tell you that you pregnant, that she's pregnant, you tell her, okay. But just know I'm getting a paternity test. Why did that? I'm telling you now. Why would you say that to me? Because I'm not about to say it to you when you having a kid and it's postpartum and now you're vulnerable because you just gave birth and you wondering why I'm not signing that paper. I'm telling you right now why you can still abort the motherfucker. I'm telling you right now. So if you pregnant, that's cool. I'm not signing shit until I verify. It is what it is. I'd rather you be mad now than 9 months later you mad and then now you telling me you had the baby and I put that on you. No. And in fact, you need to tell, that should be standard. I'm getting it tested. And I prefer to get the baby tested before it's born. And you need to tell them, quite frankly, you need to tell somebody, even somebody that you're going to deal with, like, before marriage, all the kids will be paternity tested. And if you blow up about that, if you make that a big deal, cool. But a lot of dudes don't want to do that because they don't want to fuck the relationship up. Well, if your shit can't, like, to me, it's not a big deal. It's about me ensuring that all my kids are mine. If you don't care enough about that than to give me my insurances, and you're making it about you and your trust issues or whatever you think that is, then all right, you already told me what it is. So when anything gets hard, you gonna sit here and just want to blow up the right shit. Say less. But a lot of dudes be in love and don't want to do that. No, man, I trust her. I trust but verify. It's your fucking problem. Believe all women niggas. That's your choice. Yeah. You know, from the people talk about, I don't need no man. I'm strong and independent. I don't need no man. To no, they want it both ways. They want it both fucking ways. I'm not playing that game with people. And it's not even a big deal. I don't even consider it an issue. You know, people make it a bigger deal. They want to go, I'm like, yo, what are we talking about? To me, it's just like getting car insurance. It's just what you do. So when you make it a big deal, you telling me you got something to hide. You telling me you playing games. And I'm letting you know, full disclosure. Just letting you know. And you gotta, don't wait until they're postpartum and all that bullshit they want to run. Cool. You tell them right when they still have the opportunity to abort. That way, they can't say you basically finessed the kid out of them, or they had it under. No. Remember in Jurassic Park.
It's my kids, man.
Oh no, you
It's my kids, man. The mama left me, man, so I took full custody. Hey, baby. Daddy gonna be back tomorrow. Yeah. Alright. That's off the high side. That's off the high side, yo.
No, it's like and most of you don't even think about it. That's why it's like a lot of that stuff you're supposed to be thinking about now. You're not supposed to be waiting. These things, because some stuff you're supposed to be socialized into. All those kids are going to be verified. They're going to be certified that they're mine. And if you play the, I'm not going to give them my last name. Cool, they not my kids then. Point blank, period. And I'm not signing nothing. So if they do turn out to be mine and you change the last name, you do all that, that's cool, because at the end of the day, they still genetically my kids. So you can't fix that. You can't correct that. But what I will say is you ain't getting nothing out of me. And that name, and they gonna change that name. That you just gonna be bitter and mad because you ain't got no control. You gotta really think about it. These chicks love being in a situation. Like, the worst situation a woman can be in is a situation that nobody cares about what she says. Like, nobody cares about what she says, about what comes out her mouth when it comes to another dude. And that's like the worst situation a woman can be in. And then when a woman is seen as a liar, because you got to think about it. For David Goggins to put that out there like that, now all them motherfuckers around her, all of that, because that's going to disseminate, because he's got a strong social media footprint. All that shit is going to disseminate. People going to be blowing it up, talking about it. People that are anti him are going to try to act like it didn't happen. But the people around her, like her, here's another thing. Because she's the daughter of him, you know, she's a little bit known in her local situation. She gonna come off like a liar. And then she go out to throw her and be like, I didn't know. Okay, well, you need to talk to your mama. You need to talk to your mom. Because either you're lying, either both of y'all are lying, or she lied to you. And if you still low-key cool with her, that means, because my thing is, if you got that if he gave her $250,000, and she ain't, and look, she's 19, she is a Z. If she got way more ahead than anybody else, and she's sitting there disrespecting your father like that, when you got something that like the top 90% of like kids, white kids don't even have, bitch, sit your ass down. Ain't nobody about to feel sorry for you. Because low-key, a lot of people gonna be jealous of you. Because they gonna be like, you got a better situation than I got, and you sitting there talking shit. Well, he wasn't in my life. I wouldn't be in your life either, you stupid, ungrateful bitch. What was he supposed to do being in your life? What was he supposed to do? You tell him how much of a piece of shit he is? Would you sign up for that shit? You in Indiana too? Do you know what the cost of living in Indiana is? You just mad. And here's the thing, he's moved on. He could have other kids. You're the one that's gonna be left with the bag, left with all that hate and bitterness that's gonna carry on into the dudes you dealing with as soon as you get mad. That's you, this guy. That's what people don't understand. All that hate and all that rage, that ain't doing nothing, and that's like punching the wall. You ain't doing nothing. You really not. You really not. And quite frankly, your mama don't give a fuck about you either, because she don't care, because misery loves company. By how she did that, because if you don't know, then that means she spent all your money. And if you confront her, she will be like, well, I raised you. No, you actually did it. You spent the money, and now you want more money. You want more money. And you want him to give you more money, and you mad. And that's probably why she was mad. Because he gave the daughter money and not her. Because these women are that entitled. You should see some of these court order courts when the shit don't go the women's way. They turn into demons. They turn into demons. And this is why the black manosphere is important. Because if nobody's gonna speak up for black men, who is? All these motherfuckers, he a deadbeat. Y'all don't be that quick to jump on white boys like that. He a deadbeat. See? I wish I kept all them videos I saw. And I play them. All these niggas, I mean, they just talking real reckless out their mouth. Like, they just know they right. See, let me find out. Another guy got exposed, that David Goggins. Let me find out I think Auburn Preach might have put a video out. He's a deadbeat father. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And you be having a lot of dudes talking about fighting, you need to fight for your kids. No, I believe in solving the problem one way or the other. So I'm either gonna solve the problem, either legally, extra legally, or I'm not gonna be involved. I don't believe in me walking on coals for 18 years because a bitch is mad. I don't believe in that. I just don't. Y'all niggas may believe there's righteousness in that. I don't. I don't believe in that. I do not. And y'all should not, like even SWP, and I think this is a white dude he was talking about. Like, I can't be around him because he don't even want to, see his daughter, so I can't fuck with him. Now that situation, I think the woman wasn't making it hard for him to see the kid. He just didn't want to be there. I can't fuck with him, man. You support deadbeats. I don't support deadbeats. I support what I don't support is using kids as a control mechanism. And if dudes just blow everything up, then so be it. Because as far as I'm concerned, if he wasn't married, now granted, I have my rules, I have my loopholes with that. For example, if you have 2 kids with a bitch, that was the first one, she coerced you. The second one, you bought in. So if you got 2 kids with a bitch and you not married, nah, you bought in. You bought in. The first one, she may have finessed you. The second one, you bought in. So I don't want to hear that. So if you got 2 kids, especially if those are your first 2 kids, I don't want to hear that. That I will side with the chick even if you're not married. Because if she got 2 out of you, that means you fuck with her enough to no. So I'm not an unreasonable guy. I've heard situations where I'm not telling the chick she's right, but I'm listening to what she's saying. And I'm thinking, she's like, yeah, I had a kid, and blah, blah, blah. And then, and he gave me another kid, and I had a second kid with him. A second kid, what? Does he have kids with anybody else? Well, yeah, now, this Mexican bitch and da-da-da-da-da. Just talking shit to me. Oh, he wanted that. See, that's how you know. Because then you're like, well, man, she was fucked up. She was so fucked up, you had another kid with her? 3 years apart? Nah, nigga. She may be fucked up, but she ain't so fucked up that you can't leave that pussy alone. Nah. If that pussy good enough to nut in twice and had 2 kids, nah, nigga, you gotta hold that one. Can't, no, case dismissed. No, man, case dismissed. Nah, man, red pill court. Next. Who's the next one on the docket? You have to work that shit out. You go to the real court. You have to work that shit out. And she not from here, and she Liberian, too. Nah, you gotta work that out, nigga. And these your first 2 kids? Nah, nigga. And by the way, you making light-skinned niggas look bad. Do better. You making light-skinned niggas look bad. And I know what you was doing, chick. You got light-skinned niggas over 6 foot, and you believed all his bullshit. Don't think I didn't know that. Y'all both accountable. But nah, nigga. You not gonna get the red pill back up. Nope, you don't qualify. Sorry. The red pill does not support ain't shit niggas. Standing on business and ain't being shit is 2 completely different things. We do not support ain't shit niggas. If you niggas out here playing with your dick, out here being reckless, we do not support that. There's not enough resources to help you niggas. Well, you know, Umar's problem in that with Umar it's a little bit different. Cause Umar picked 2 water buffaloes. Both of them are older than you, and you basically made the same mistake twice. Umar can't support that. And Umar's constantly telling dudes what we need to be doing. We need to only date black women, but this is your results. So your results with black women is absolute trash. Your results with black women is absolute trash. As far as dating only black women. Stop it. That's Umar's problem. Umar's Panda Bear franchise is running out. Umar's Panda Bear franchise is running out of it's running out of gas. That's Umar's problem. That nigga like one of them Subway franchises is about to be closed. He holding on. Talking about I'm gonna go on a date for $500. I'll be going I'm like how the mighty have fucking fallen, man. Man, even Boyce Watkins ain't going out like that. Even Boyce Watkins ain't going out sorry like that. Like how you let Boyce Watkins how Boyce Watkins doing better than you, Umar? You going out straight sorry. Nigga, you really making Philly niggas. You really. Well, I tell you, Philly niggas have never beaten the allegations. I always want an excuse to say that. That's something them Z's be saying to be funny to me. Oh, nigga, you not beating the allegations. Philly niggas have never beaten the allegations, yo. What do you mean? What do you mean? Shout out Obsidian and SWP. The allegations. You ain't never beaten the allegations. Yo, man, I saw a couple of clips of that DDG Love show. That shit, I ain't gonna lie, yo, that shit is funny as fuck. People be talking about that pop the balloon shit. Especially that Deshae dude. Shout out to Deshae dude. You know, he doing it for short dudes everywhere. And you know what's crazy, man? Like, Umar should have been broke. Well, you know, Umar ain't broke because women love to be. I told you, it's the lie to me economy, man. That's gonna catch one day. The lie to me economy. Lie to me economy, man. Lie to me Inc. They love to be lied to. Umar just panhandling by lying. Yeah, man, you know, black women are queens. Snow bunnies, you know, black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I mean, you gotta really think about how patronizing that is. Like, think about how patronizing that is. That this motherfucker ain't giving you value. These boys can't read and write and shit. The YN output ain't never been higher. You got people on TikTok and YouTube talking about the CIA wins again. The CIA ain't even tried at this point. Yo, I gotta do some I really got to do some AI on some white dudes. You know, the CIA, so the CIA and basically do like a combination of the Men in Black, the CIA, man. It's like, they ain't even trying, man. And you sitting here talk about black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Like, do you understand? Like, do you understand how insecure you gotta be for white women? Like black men don't even be feeling white women like that. Like, y'all really be out here, and what make it what make it so bad is y'all be supporting the real sexual threats. Niggas ain't out here like, man, have you heard about Sydney Sweetie? Have you heard about Jenna Ortega? Black men like, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck? Oh, she alright? She alright? You know what? You don't like, are you serious? Like, I promise you, a black man's top 10, who's the baddest chick now, I'm talking even in the mainstream market, is going to be very different. Black men put Doja Cat on there as an honorable mention. White men like, Doja? I guess. What do you mean, Joy? What's wrong with, she can't help it. But she's just kind of fat. Fat? You mean PHAT? No, I mean the way the English says it's spelled. Zendaya body, look, man. I like Zendaya, but Zendaya and Taylor Swift got damn near the same body type. They got the same problem. Zendaya got a nice face, but they got the same fucking problem. Zendaya cleans up very well with makeup. I wish Zendaya would have kept doing music. I remember I was in the Philippines when I saw Replay. Look at Zendaya in Replay. Go look at Zendaya with Replay. I remember that. So yeah, and that's 13 years. That's 13 years ago. Yeah. But yeah, I'm telling you right now, if Zendaya had a body, it'd be game over. It'd be game the fuck over. But she don't. If Zendaya had Doja Cat's body, it'd be game over. It'd be game over. Niggas would be mad. Niggas would actually be mad that she's with Tom Holland. But you know what? Hey, Tom Holland gets chicks. Zendaya is actually not the most attractive chick. Zendaya is not the most attractive chick Tom Holland is bad. Zendaya, Tom Holland is actually like DDG like that with Haley Bailey. It's not. So I'm glad for Zendaya. I am happy for her in that situation. I am happy for her. Straight up. Because niggas are just gonna cheat on her. I'm just saying that right now. Because she ain't that body type, yeah, niggas are gonna cheat. So I'd rather you not be angry at black men and you have the black men, you didn't ask for it, but you have the honorary, what they call it, the pass or the black man's permission slip yep. You will not be held accountable. Tom Holland's alright. He likes to drink a little bit too much, but he's working on it. It ain't like he's so crazy he put his hands on. So Zendaya ain't never said nothing negative about black men, so you have the permission slip. I mean, Zendaya is Taylor Swift is a billionaire. Remember, Rihanna had the first kid at like 33, 34, 33. Yeah. But they both billionaire. When you a billionaire, that shit don't even matter. No, I mean, honestly, Zendaya actually does talk about blackness. She actually does. Even before she got on. She does. And not in a woke way. It's just, she don't, there's no point. And Zendaya, she does. And she ain't never threw black men under the bus. So it's kind of like Zendaya is built like how she is built to deal with white dudes. How she's built, yeah, she needs to deal with white dudes. Because I'm telling you right now, a black man's gonna cheat on her. I don't care what class he comes from, he's going to cheat on her. I just know that's happening. That body, and I'm not even trying to play her. I'm telling you. To me, the best I ever saw Zendaya look was in that replay music video. Straight up. I'm not even trying to play Zendaya, but her body type is not the body type black men want. Like, maybe like Xanatos, but Xanatos is mixed too. Xanatos likes that. But even Xanatos, she might be too thick. I wish he was in the chat. Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is, it ain't even about, I'm not even trying to say she's ugly, but her body is built like how white men like it. So black men will get with her because it's Zendaya, and Zendaya's got a decent personality, but a dude is gonna cheat. I'm telling you that right now. Like, especially if you talk about entertainment type, nah, man. Nah, man. She actually, I think, gets more motion with the white boys than like, as far as actually a relationship. And she's been in a relationship with Tom Holland. She ain't jumping from dude to dude to dude. Y'all be thinking I be playing when I tell people to date out. If y'all think I'm just saying that to troll, no, I'm not. If I think you can do better over the fence, I'm like, I'd rather you do that and not hate black men. I really do. I'd rather you do that and not act like a tragic mulatto then you got an issue with black men and whatever. And it's crazy because you got to think about it. Who you think, with all total, I like Zendaya a lot more as a person, but probably most black dudes would pick Doja Cat over Zendaya. But see, that's the problem. Most black men would. Yeah, no, people have tried her out, but I actually think her personality is more akin to white dudes too. Yeah, I'm not gonna argue. I'm almost 2 hours in, so I'm not necessarily gonna argue that. I don't disagree with what you said. But I wouldn't go as far as what you said with the septum ring thing. I wouldn't go as far as what you said. Because my thing is, I've paid this, I haven't really paid close attention, but Zendaya don't, for the most part, I've seen her wilding out, and for the most part, she don't got issue. And it ain't like she just jumped, it's not like Zendaya has allowed herself to be disrespected by white dudes either. So, and as far as Doja Cat, yeah, Zendaya ain't been around no incels. Zendaya doesn't strike me as a chick that needs white validation like that. Because I don't actually think it would have worked out with her. Because I'm telling you, Tom Holland gets bitches, yo. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot, like, if you look at who he's dealt with, yo, he gets chicks. I don't want to use the word shocked, but Tom Holland don't look like the dude, but them bitches like him. Them white chicks like him. Like, he's got a whole list of like chicks there, like on par as Sabrina Carpenter or better. In fact, I wouldn't have been surprised. I definitely could have saw Tom Holland dating Sabrina Carpenter. I definitely could have saw that in the mix if Zendaya wouldn't have been in the picture. In fact, that still could happen. Oh yeah, she is. And I've said it before, I say it again. She tries to blame her black side for her body, but her Jewish side is just as accountable. I named all the Jewish chicks as got bodies that are white. They look white. They not like Jennifer Connelly. Sarah Silverman doesn't look white. She looks more Jewish, Israeli. But Sarah Silverman, like, really, the chick that played Wonder Woman is like one of the skinniest ones. But it's easy to blame black men. But that ain't gonna change nothing. She trying to go anorexic. I gotta get rid of this butt because he can't handle this butt. Like, that's a mental illness show. That's a mental illness. These mofos be going crazy because they can't get white validation. She's actually like one of my go-to. Let me see. Let me see that music video. Cause that was like one of the first things I saw after the black chick that was on CNN International. Yeah. Yeah, go watch that replay. This was 12 years ago. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny seeing it now because they did something with her career, so she couldn't make music and she was like I don't care, but she this song was actually a good song. Like she actually could have been a strong pop artist. She definitely could have been easily platinum selling pop artist just off the strength of how many fans she got. People be forgetting Zendaya got like over 100 million Instagram followers. She got one. Zendaya got how many Instagram followers? Y'all got like 10 seconds. How many Instagram followers does Zendaya have? Put in there. How many? She had a lot of surgery, from what I heard. Yeah, Zendaya's 28 years old. So she would have been, yeah, so she was 2013. Jenna Ortega is only 22 years old. I thought she was older than that. Tom Holland, same age. Okay, so she's the same age as my youngest brother. So 10 years ago, 2015. Yeah, so she was 16 when Replay came out. Yeah, 177. Yeah, 177 mil. Yeah. And just to give you an example, Taylor Swift has 282. Beyonce has 310. Rihanna has 144 mil. And Nicki Minaj has 224 mil. Sabrina Carpenter has 49 mil. Megan Thee Stallion has 32 mil. Just to give you an idea. Just to give you an idea. So she's she's up there with the top people. Yeah, Kim Kardashian 355. So she's beating everybody. Now this would have been crazy. Zendaya versus Tyler. Could you imagine if Tyler and Zendaya would have been like same age? How much Instagram followers? Tyler's got 12 million Instagram followers, which she should have more, because she should be able to pull from she should be able to. Ice Spice has 11.5. She should have more than that. Lotto has 14 million. Cardi B has 163 million. Chloe Bailey has 7 million. Chloe Bailey's lost Instagram followers. She had more than that, I remember. Haley Bailey has 9.3 million. DDG has 6.9 million. India Love has 5 million. Give you an example, Cooking with Kai is 1.8 million on Instagram. Kaya's fine. She got back on TikTok. She's back on TikTok and Instagram. She's at 1.8 million. So they really didn't mess her up at all. Black women are the greatest promoters when they hating on you if you can survive it. Yeah, but even with this, yeah, like I said, man, I'm not. I'm really. I know. Let me see. Yeah, she's 5'10". She's got a model. She's got a model body. Tom Holland is 5'7". Timothy Chalamet is 5'10". Yeah, she's 5'10". Yeah, I'm actually glad she got. Kudos for Tom Holland for being solid. You know, I don't want her to go out like that. You know, she could end up like Scott Jackson, all these people. You know, I don't like how they got her character in Dune though. That's, to me, that's stupid. But that's doing too much. I think the biggest thing she does is that Euphoria. And that's where that Jean chick, the Sydney Sweeney chick is. Yes, she gets 1 million per episode for Euphoria. And then yeah, Zendaya is only worth $30 million. I always thought she'd be worth more than that. Honestly. But man. Actually. She honestly, she would probably be worth more than that if she would have actually dealt with music. She would have probably been, because she would have got money off touring. Cause you don't see a lot of tall chicks like that. And honestly, if you act like she actually can dance, sing, and do all the stuff. I mean, so yeah. Anyway. I mean, at the end of the day, that says a lot about our society. Then that says, first of all, let's keep it all the way real about Kim Kardashian. The women did that. The women are. That's why I was like, and I would put. It's not just black women, but black women are the reason Kim Kardashian is where she is. That's why when they get mad, I'm like, I don't know what you really get mad at for real. Like, what are we really mad about? Like, what are you actually mad about? Like y'all the reason why she's where she's at. I don't know why y'all act like y'all don't understand that. Y'all the ones that's obsessed with her. Oh well, Ray J wouldn't have had sex with her. Okay, but let's keep it real. Like Ray J, let's keep it like y'all really trying to say Ray. So you mean to tell me because it's a whole bunch of white chicks that have sex with black dudes on camera. They not got 355 million subscribe. Like y'all did that. Y'all bought her products and did all of that. But again, they don't understand that accountability is also for you not doing the same, make the same mistake again. But they don't understand that. So they don't understand that. So what they do is they want to blame somebody, and that's okay. That's why y'all gonna still just be in that situation. I know what I'm gonna do because this is making me mad. All right, y'all, man. I'm gonna release y'all to go on ABs or do whatever. I'm out, but I appreciate it. You know, Doja Cat is a wannabe bad one. That's what makes that so funny. She ain't even. They don't even want her. Anyway, this is Edward signing off. Peace.